Hello, this is Michele Knight. This is the astrological update for Gemini for the whole of February 2017. And it's a fascinating month this month. We have got two eclipses this month. Two moon eclipses, which are full on and very intense and allow us to have massive change, rebirth and transformation. And you're ready for it, actually. There's also some stuff going on with your ruler, which makes you even deeper than usual and having some very profound and intense conversations. The first one of these conversations should happen from the get-go on the 2nd of February, depending on which country you're from. Now, Mercury, your ruler, is in a very, very intense space until the 7th of February. And up until the 7th, you are wanting conversations that are all about the depths of other people's souls. You may want to be talking about power, sex, sexuality, jealousy, all those feelings are on your mind, and you're feeling quite primal because Mercury is your ruler. Now, this is squaring Jupiter, the planet of good fortune. Now, squares are normally tricky, but this one is actually about you willing to explore and discuss things in a more open way, and you want to stretch yourself. And actually, you're talking about how you can be creative, how you can be more loving and more connected to the people in your lives. And you may be having a real heart-to-heart with a lover or a friend about some very deep issues, which perhaps you're just now realising have been holding you back. Maybe some wounds from the past. Maybe things that you were reluctant to talk about before, but now you're having those conversations. And there's a very deep healing going on. And you want things to heal because you want more secure relationships. You want to be able to express yourself more. Maybe you've been feeling a bit blocked to do with your sensuality or being able to express yourself romantically. And that is changing this month. And you should find that there's more of a romantic energy around you and a big shift in your relationships. Venus, the planet of love, is shifting signs and making you also extremely outgoing and friendly, and you could fall in love with some new friends this month. You're meeting people that you have a heart connection with, and you only want to be around people where the love is there, and you want to be around people that inspire you intellectually and emotionally and make you think. And you will be meeting those people. You'll also feel particularly happy and comfortable in groups. So get yourself out there, allow yourself to do your Gemini mingling thing, and you should have some wonderful experiences. It is really a good month to go out and about and experience the world. You seem to be thinking about adventure and expansion and doing things differently. You're quite excited about this being the beginning of the year and doing things that you didn't do last year, and that will pay off. So you're heading in the right direction, especially as Mercury, your ruler, is entering your position of adventure on the 7th of February. And Mercury in this position makes you fascinated with ideas and hungry and thirsty for knowledge. You want to talk to people who are eccentric, unusual, different, maybe from a different culture, have a different way of seeing the world or experiencing the world, and you really love that. You might even take up studying something different or putting your energy into something that makes you think. And that is the key to your happiness, actually. I'm sure you've realised it by now, but when you get bored, that's when you're unhappy. If you do the same routine over and over again, that's when you're miserable. And if you haven't put two and two together on that, just think about it. I promise you, if you ever get bored, take up a new hobby, talk to someone with a different point of view, and you're instantly inspired again, and you could feel your Gemini energy rebooting. Now, this full moon I was talking about earlier is happening on the 11th of February, and it is massive. It's full moon and eclipse of the moon in your position of communication. You may let go of an idea, or you may let go of communicating with somebody in particular, or changing something in the way that you communicate, but it's a positive thing. I mean, maybe at the time It might be emotional because it is the moon after all, but it gives you a sense of freedom, a sense of release. Now there's also a mystic rectangle, an amazing trine all on that day, and the moon, which is your emotions, is sextiling Jupiter, the planet of expansion, the planet that helps you grow in your creativity sector. So you're like, yes, I want happiness. And this full moon is really, promise you, giving you a sign on how you can achieve that happiness. And also, hopefully, it's going to bring about something that you're desiring under the surface, which is more security in your relationships. Now, for some people, security means getting married. For other people, security means being in a relationship and being able to be free to do what you want. So you could be anywhere on that scale, but either way, whatever it is that you haven't got now in terms of relationships, after this massive eclipse, you have the potential to move forward and have that. And the next eclipse, which I'll talk to you about in a minute, is about your career. So it's almost as if you're going through an emotional change where you're letting go of the things that don't serve you emotionally, letting go of a particular way of talking, writing, or communicating, and that ends up being very helpful. Now, a really good day for you is on the 21st of February, when your ruler Mercury is trine Jupiter. Oh my goodness, you could have an adventure on that day. Could be a physical adventure, could be an emotional adventure. Whatever it is, it's good. It has some really good energy and a good vibe around that day, so write that in your diary. There's a little bit of chaos on the 22nd for all of us as Mars is square Pluto. I think the world in general actually could see a bump in the road around that time, some major upheaval that impacts us all. Now we also have Mercury shifting signs on the 25th, and that's when the energy of your month changes and you are putting your focus from relationships and creativity in an adventure, and you're heading towards the next phase for you, which is all about your career. And you're quite intuitive about your career on the 25th, and you're able to see things in a different way. And the eclipse of the new moon brings you a new beginning in your career. You can let go again. This whole month's about letting go. You can let go. Let's say, you had some problems in your career, or you felt held back, or even if you had sometimes success can hold us back. When we're successful, then sometimes it's fearful to go to the next phase. Whatever that is, and only you can change that. And there's a soul healing as it's conjunct Mercury, so that obviously that has a double impact on you, and Neptune. So we've got your soul and your mind coming together to release something that no longer serves you. All in all, very powerful month with lots of potential for you, my darling. Anyway, hope it goes well. Let me know, leave me a comment. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for listening, and please, if you haven't yet, it'd be great if you could subscribe, share, like, or comment. Take care, see you next week.